All right, here we go. We're back to Empire Earth, Greek campaign. We have done 5 of the 8 missions. Let's head on to mission number 6, which is Young Alexander.
Ignorance and superstition. Aristotle once grumbled as he rooted among the wild herbs growing near the coast in Mitelene. They're like twin idiots running rampant through the land. After her eventual loss to Sparta in the Peloponnesian Wars, the city of Athens lost faith in herself. And in the rising tide of fear and mysticism that followed, the old philosopher-scientist had chosen to head for higher ground. Here in Mitelene, Aristotle had commenced his studies in natural science, observing and recording the myriad characteristics of the flora and fauna. But a new storm of militarism was about to sweep across the land. A young prince named Alexander was next in line to rule the kingdom of Macedon. And a certain philosopher-scientist would soon be appointed to tutor the up-and-coming general in the ways of power.
All right, so we start out as Macedon. We're switching gears. We're not Athens, Sparta, Thebes anymore. We are now on the northern side of the Greek peninsula as Macedon, which is on the northwest side. The GNC is going to be in the middle of the map, like it's been really for many missions. History. No one would have thought it possible, but in 371 BC, Sparta was defeated in an open battle by Thebes. Bluntly put, it was an inconceivable event. Sparta towered over her neighbors' armies for so many centuries that for the Greeks, this monumental turnabout was also almost impossible to grasp. The Theban generals who masterminded the victory were Pelopidas and Epaminondas, and at least one significant observer was there to learn all he could of their brilliant tactics. Philip of Macedon. When Philip ascended the throne of his own country in 359 BC, he was more than ready to exploit the Theban military innovations in radical new ways. In short order, Macedonian Atyroi, or companion soldiers, had united northern Greece and subjugated the great city-states of the south. Although Sparta never swore allegiance to Macedon, she acknowledged the new Macedonian hegemony in a series of treaties that made it clear Macedon was a true power among the Greeks. Then in 336 BC, the Greek world was shocked to learn that Philip had been assassinated. His 20-year-old son, Alexander, quickly assumed the throne. But Athens, Thebes, and a host of smaller cities took the opportunity to rebel against Macedon's authority. Without hesitation, young Alexander swung into action. Well schooled in his father's military skills, the new king soon demonstrated his own spectacular genius on the battlefield by bringing the rebel cities back into line. In the end, because of her repeated treacheries, Alexander felt the need to make an example of Thebes. He ordered the city burned to the ground. Of all the buildings, only the temples were left untouched, and the house of the poet Pindar. With the ruins of Greece firmly in hand, Alexander was now ready to extend his military reach beyond the Balkans and into Asia. The Greeks had an old score to settle with Persia, and Alexander was the military leader who could make it a reality. So our first objective is to join Aristotle outside the city of Mytilene and hear what he has to say. Some hints. Gold and iron can only be obtained by plundering enemy cities. When armed troubles break out in Macedon, be certain to take care of Alexander. Becoming exposed to enemies at the wrong time could cost him his life. Listen carefully to Aristotle's advice. He may be able to give you tactical pointers that will tip the scale to your advantage. Companion cavalry are useful for quickly reaching enemy siege units that would otherwise cut down your other troops. You'll have to use your skills as a general to defeat your enemies as opposed to overthrowing them with sheer numbers. Sending Aristotle back to Mitelene will be well worth the effort. But be warned, the weather in the Aegean has changed since his last trip.
The people of Mitelene use these herbs to control rats. In the right dosage, they could be used to affect the spread of disease or famine. Well, I wonder what else of interest can be found in the area. Ah, what have we here? A remarkable breed of horses, unlike any other on the island.
Aye, we bought them from a Macedonian merchant. He said that in Macedon, these horses breed wild in the hills.
My lord Aristotle, messengers have just arrived from King Philip of Macedon. They wish to speak to you at once.
Aristotle has been summoned to Macedon, where he will take on the responsibility of tutoring King Philip's son. This is an honor of the highest possible degree. Aristotle must board the Macedonian transport at once and report to the palace on his arrival.
All right, here we go.
My lord Aristotle, welcome. Please wait here until young Alexander comes to greet you personally.
All right, quick pause to show the map here. We start out with 500 food, 500 wood, 250 stone, 500 gold, 250 iron, 5 of 69 population. We start out in the Bronze Age. We are Macedon, which is teal color. There's also a friendly Macedon of non-controlled units that's also teal. We are the Greek civilization. Mytilene is orange and friendly across the Aegean Sea on the east side. Hill tribes are purple and friendly. The hostile forces that are going to be further south are going to be Thebes in yellow, Athens in blue, and Spartans in red. Now we have more civilization points as well. We have 44 points left. We are looking really at building up the same kind of units. There are not as many ships that are going to be needed as we kind of start advancing into the final missions. But things that could still be useful, for example, are going to be we'll charge up cavalry range with 20% attack, as well as 20% range. We've got let's go ahead and also give infantry with swords. Let's build that up a little bit. That's going to end up being useful. We'll add 20% speed to the infantry. Actually, no. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and use 20% armor instead. And for cavalry sword, let's add 20% hit points as well. Okay, now let's go ahead and keep moving. Alexander's coming along to visit Aristotle.
How good to see you again. I still remember our days at court, when your father was the royal physician. And now you've been hired to be my tutor. It is an appointment that pleases me greatly, my lord. You're looking well. The life of the prince suits you, I'd say. Where is your father, the king? He's dealing with a troublesome group of rebels, even as we speak. Then let us begin your tutoring at once, my prince. We will go and observe your father, and that will be your first lesson. All things are learned by observing the world around us.
Yes, master. For the king.
The end
All right.
is coming.
We've got bring Aristotle and Alexander to the hilltop where King Philip is about to commence a skirmish with the rebels.
I foresee victory.
So let's go
Okay, my lord.
down to the left.
The hill warriors are attacking. I must help my father. No, I beseech you, stay out of this fight, your highness. You must watch and learn. Very well. My father's phalanx tactics will cut them to shreds, even without me. But what is this? Notice how cleverly they use their mounted warriors. Even your father's elite soldiers may have some trouble. Briefly. Something of use today, I think. I have heard that superb wild horses can be found in the hills of Macedon. With such animals, we might be able to combine your father's tactics with those of the mounted warriors we just observed. Let's see if we can locate these wild horses.
Aristotle giving military advice.
Let me talk with my father for a moment. Father, wait! Can't you take a moment to discuss the battle with me? He seems too busy just now, your highness. Come, let us resume our studies. We will search for the horses of which I spoke.
Yes, my lord. I foresee victory.
All right, so we got to go up and to the left. Locate the herd of wild horses in the hills to the west of the city.
Yes, my lord. I foresee victory. Okay, my lord.
Yes, these are the very horses we've been looking for.
I foresee.
Let us herd them back to town and into the stables.
The end is coming.
All right, so let's take it to the right, eastward.
Assassination. Regicide. Alexander's father has been murdered outside the city gates. The killers must be found and put to death for their horrible crime.
I foresee victory.
You must kill the 3 assassins who murdered Alexander's father. So that's our next step. Let's keep moving.
Yes.
Aristotle can actually do a little damage too from far, which is kind of funny.
Yes, master. Okay, my lord. Yes, my lord. We are under attack. For the king. Yes, master.
Kill tribe assassin.
Okay, my lord.
The assassins have been executed. But this hollow revenge offers little comfort. For I have lost my father, and shall never speak with him again.
Bring Alexander and Aristotle to the Macedonian town center.
Yes, master.
So we move them inside the gates to the west.
Young Alexander is inside the town center now, waiting to be declared Macedon's new king once his final phase of training has been completed. Initiate his training.
Having Aristotle run around and explore for a moment. Complete Alexander's training by selecting him in the Macedonian town center. Okay, let's do that. Alexander, 430 food, 360 gold as a strategist.
Eureka! I have figured out how to utilize the horses my master and I located during our studies. When Alexander emerges as the new king, he will be able to train elite mounted warriors at his stables, and they shall become his companion cavalry. What's more, I may be able to help my master further. If I can travel back to Mitelene and get some of the herbs I found there, I believe I could use them to spread disease among our enemies. Yes, sire.
Still building, it's taking some time. If Aristotle returns to the flowery fields of Mytilene, he will be able to help Alexander, although this is optional. Let's go ahead and do that.
The end is coming.
Let's take him to the transport. Now that we've had him kind of float around in another part of the area, we're going to have to bring him back.
All hail Alexander, son of Philip, new king of Macedon. The armies and the buildings of Macedon are now under your command. A messenger from the south rides in haste to the city. Dire news is no doubt upon his lips.
Sire, I bring grave tidings. Believing that both you and your father are dead, Athens and Thebes are in rebellion. Even now they are assembling armies and preparing for war, in violation of their treaties with Macedon.
In order for Alexander to secure his throne and solidify Macedon's hold on Greece, he must put down the rebellion by destroying the armies of Athens and Thebes.
Alright, we'll keep moving Aristotle to the boat. But in the meantime, we have to defeat the Athenians and the Thebans. So we gotta build up.
Yes.
Okay, we've got some, 5 citizens. Let's go ahead and build a granary. So we want to build it maybe here.
Certainly.
We've got some phalanxes. Remember, we do not have gold, so there's some stone we can have civilians, citizens being built to. Oh wait, I didn't need to do this. What am I doing? I didn't need to build more farms because there are farms outside the northwest of Macedon, but whatever. Oops. In the meantime, we've got Alexander, we've got about 12 phalanxes. Let's start moving towards Thebes, which is in yellow. And then we've got to build more units, so that's where we've just got to build more things, right? More citizens build out, whatnot. Alexander's going to lead the way as Control 1. Control 2 is going to be the phalanxes. We're heading towards Thebes. We're going to, again, use a lure tactic to see how far we can get with attacking. In the meantime, 3 is the transport here. Let's move Aristotle out to the east. Looks like the path to Thebes.
Alas, Aristotle has died. Alexander must continue on without his tutor's counsel.
Okay, that was a mistake. Should be paying attention to the trip out. Let's actually, since we don't actually need this granary, let's go ahead and just
Yes, certainly.
rebuild here. And actually now pay attention to where the storms are. The advantage of autosaves. Let's bring Alexander down, but let us actually control and pay attention where the transport is going so we don't ride it straight into one of the storms. Have it go in between. And we can drop off Aristotle on the other side. Oh. We can now bring Aristotle over to...
The end is coming. With these special herbs I have collected, I am ready to help Alexander subdue those who would rebel against him.
The herbs give him some abilities. Malaria, 100 power. Firestorm, 75 power. Earthquake, 50 power. And Volcano, 60 power. So that's the advantage of using that. We may or may not need to use it because of the lure tactic. But obviously malaria is going to be a pretty good one against enemy units, and then things like Firestorm will be pretty useful against ships and buildings. Now, again, we're being very careful in bringing back Aristotle over, but now we can actually move our other units down, with Alexander getting moved down, and we can have Control 3 being Aristotle. Alright, Alexander has been attacked by this group, so let's pull back. And then we can keep using Alexander to get pulled back with the lure and have our units go and do a bit of damage. Oh no, Aristotle ran off, which is actually a huge problem. Aristotle should never have gone that far. Gotta get him into the boat because he is getting attacked. That did quite a bit of damage. Let's run off. Build more civilians for units. Yeah, we also have 2 horsemen as well. Try to do some healing here. Get a pause for a little bit. Alexander can himself do a little bit of healing. So by pulling back, we did lose a bunch of units, but Alright, they're gonna take out a stable with their stone throwers, which is a little less than ideal. We're just gonna have to pull back a little bit and recover. Let's go ahead and build some more units. Let's build more phalanxes. Let's build more simple bowmen as well. The Thebans have advanced to the walls, which is a little bit problematic, but at least we can heal within the walls. And then we can always get another stable out if need be. Alright, so they still have some stone throws outside. Let's go and try to take out some of them. Alright, we've taken out the Theban attackers. Let's get Aristotle back outside. Just had him hide in the ship for a moment. So let's bring him back. We can build more civilians. Alexander does have the ability to heal and battle cry, which, I mean, those are useful abilities to have. Let's keep building units out. Guess we'll probably want to build a new stable as well, since the other one got destroyed. So notice in this game you can actually... horses are worth some food, which is actually a kind of an interesting little thing. I guess these got killed, so we might as well use the food. Okay, we're gonna bring out... Aristotle has to attack from a distance. That's the one worry about Aristotle. But right now, let's just go forth towards Thebes with a few more units. And see what we can accomplish. We'll keep building bowmen. We'll keep building phalanxes. But we're going to have to be careful and play further back. Archers, let's see. We've still got 19 points we can use if we want to use it. We're now up to 40 population, continuing to build up a bit more.
Yes. Your orders?
Kalos, Dauda.
For honor and glory. Yes. Your orders? Where should I go?
Yes?
Building more units before we kind of continue. Hospital can potentially be useful as well. Once we get in a good spot, we'll build a hospital.
Yes, I foresee victory.
Yes, my lord?
Okay. Got some more units down here now. Kind of the same idea like with the Trojan War. If we can get a hospital down in a decent spot, we can use that to defend. Right? It's the same idea. We just don't have as big of an army here to really do the defending. Let's build a hospital out here near the yellow flag. We are definitely more limited in terms of units. So this... Okay, we've got some archers and some javelins and phalanxes coming at us here. which we'll take out here. Well, even though Alexander can heal, it's still going to be better for us to make use of a hospital. It's going to give us some extra defend, another way to defend.
Olympus, the earth is not enough.
Your orders for the throne.
Yes. Yes.
All right, cool. We have that in play now.
Yes, my lord.
All right, now that we have some units in place here, let's figure out where Theban armies are and let's try to get them out here for a fight.
Kingdoms will fall.
Your orders, Olympus.
The earth
Your orders, Olympus. Your orders, Olympus. Where should I go?
What will
Where should I go? Where should I go? Where should I go? Olympus. Where should I go?
Oh, I see what's going on here.
Where should I go?
Get one of these.
Olympus, speak the earth. Where should I go? Honor and glory. Where should I go?
The Theban army has been routed, and the assembly of Thebes has sued for peace. Macedon
Nice.
has received a tribute of gold and iron from
So we beat
Thebes.
the Theban army by pulling him back.
Olympus, speaks. Where should I go?
Now we just gotta heal everything.
I have defeated an army and conquered my first great city. But it is an achievement I cannot share with my father.
All right, so we have advanced through one. We still have to take out the Athenians.
Olympus, where should I go?
We've now done the healing.
Yes, lord. As you wish. Certainly.
What will
Where should I go?
is not enough.
Now to figure out how to get the Athenians down in blue here.
Yes, my lord. As you wish. Yes, my lord. Certainly.
I think we may actually want to have a more forward hospital for the next fight.
As you wish. Yes, my lord.
Olympus, where should I go?
Let's figure out how to get to the Athenians first.
Your orders, where should I go?
Yes, my lord.
What Olympus speaks. Your orders, Olympus. Your orders, your honor and glory. Where should I go? Orders, Olympus. Your orders, Olympus. Speak.
The earth
Okay,
is
so the
not
path is to the east.
enough.
There's some
Kingdoms will
farms
fall.
east
The
of
earth is
Thebes.
not enough.
That's probably the way we're going to go and get to Athens. We may as well just keep our army where the hospital is, north of Thebes,
What will you?
and then we'll try to bring out their army.
The earth is not enough.
Looks like they have a bunch of stone throwers, at least 2 of them, at least 4 of these chariot archers, and then it looks like about 12, maybe 12 of the phalanxes. Let's lure them back towards our army, which is at the hospital, and then we will fight from there. Chariot archers are pretty fast at a 16 speed. Alexander is also a 16 speed. Alexander is 14 attack, 16 speed with battle cry as a power of 75, but it has 1960 health. So once we get them back towards our archers and whatnot, we're going to be able to use them to launch an attack as well. We'll be in a decent enough spot. So now they're pulling back, they're trying to chase Alexander, they're getting stifled here as they go towards all our units that are next to the hospital. Now let's quickly heal, and then let's go after the remaining units that are coming at us. We've got some stone throwers coming at us now. Stone throwers took out a few of our units, mainly our phalanxes. Let's go back and heal. Let's also build some more phalanxes. Let's try to build at least 5 more. Let's heal in the moment. Let's also bring out more archers, or the bowmen, rather. We never did finish building the building the stable, which we should build here. Again, we have to battle with fewer units. We have to win in these kind of careful battles against the Greek cities, just because we don't have that much. We just don't have that much in the way of resources.
Your orders? Olympus kingdoms will fall. Your orders? Olympus kingdoms will fall.
Yes, my lord. As you wish.
For the throne!
Let's keep building more units, getting us a little closer to the 69 population. Not as many units as like the Trojan War, for example, or even like what Sparta has at you in the Peloponnesian Wars, but still sizable. So,
Your orders? Where should I go? What will you?
So we gotta be careful with our battles. You can also build horsemen or companion cavalry. You can build a few cavalry.
Yes, as you wish. Certainly.
Aristotle, I mean, we can use, but it's really okay if we don't.
For honor and glory.
Okay, we're just continuing to build a few more companion cavalry, and phalanxes, and bowmen. Let's get up to 69 population.
Our Greek cousins depend on phalanx units backed by stone-throwing engines, sire. But with your new cavalry, you can attack them from the side and eliminate them quickly. Indeed, with cavalry such as this, no army on earth shall be able to stand against you.
Alexander the Great was kind of known for his cavalry forces in expanding the Macedonian Empire, so that is what we will certainly be taking advantage of as well. We're still going to have Control 1 as Alexander, Control 2 is going to be the army that we currently have near the hospital, but we still got to defeat the Athenian army. Let's go ahead and keep exploring. Let's move Alexander down towards Athens. By taking it right back down the path.
Your orders? Where should I go? Your orders?
We're definitely getting close in terms of units. We can just build 2 more of the companion cavalry, and then we should be there in terms of numbers.
Olympus speaks. Where should I go? Not enough. Where should I go? Olympus kingdoms will fall. The earth is not
Alright, we've got a bunch of phalanxes and javelins. Let's see what else may be around that we can get. There are 5 and 2 here, 5 phalanxes, and
kingdoms will fall. The earth earth is not enough. Your orders? Your orders? Your orders?
We can actually move them out a little bit. That seems to be all there is on the Athens front line here. We took out a lot of the phalanxes and chariot archers already. As well as some of the siege weapons. We're moving out the phalanxes out and the archers and our cavalry, Companion Cavalry towards really where the granaries were. And then they're gonna come up now, the phalanxes and the javelins, and luring our units up. We've taken them out. Let's keep moving towards Athens. We'll again have Alexander lead the way, but we're good spot here. We have 3560 food, 1409 wood, 1475 stone, 330 gold, so not a lot of gold or iron, but 510 iron, but they have a full army here, so that's a good place to be. There are more phalanxes. Let's try to get these after us. Let's lead them back to the army, and then the phalanxes will get readily taken out here.
The back of the Athenian army has been broken, and the Assembly of Athens has declared a truce. The Athenian Assembly has also paid a tribute of gold and iron.
We've taken out the Athenians and the Thebans.
Sparta, threatened by the brilliant young king of Macedon, has entered the war. Even now, Spartan troops are marching on Alexander's capital city.
Alright, here's the big fight against Sparta. In red, they're coming up. You can see them west of Athens, and they're coming. So we're gonna bring our troops all the way back to the hospital area, defeat the Spartans while protecting the Macedonian palace. If it is destroyed, your citizens will rise up against you. Spartans are gonna bring a lot of phalanxes up. Already saw some of them. As with every Greek army, there are just a lot of phalanxes. Our Companion Cavalry tend to have the advantage over them. Let's get ready. Let's get ready for the fight. We can bring Alexander out a bit beyond. Let's see if we can pull some of them out. Otherwise, we will stay near the hospital. They're coming up, though. They're coming.
The earth is not enough. Kingdoms will fall. Your orders? What Olympus speaks. The earth is not enough. Kingdoms will fall. The earth is not enough.
Going down the path here.
The earth is not enough. Your orders? Olympus. The orders? Olympus. The earth. Kingdoms will fall. Where should I go? Honor and glory.
We're going to pull back. Right now we just have Alexander pulling back on the enemy here.
Kingdoms will fall.
Trying to take out the stone throwers.
Where should I go? The earth is not enough.
The city is under attack. If the palace is destroyed, the panicked citizens will revolt, and Alexander's reign will end.
We got to pull them back from the hospital area because they have just too many units right now. We are ready for the fight. We are into the fight now. Alexander is still pulling units out. We've got to take out a bunch of these chariot archers and phalanxes. It seems like they have about 12 phalanxes, maybe. Again, they have a bunch of these stone throwers. So we took those out, but we got to keep moving. They're attacking the west wall here. Okay, now let's bring the whole army to include Alexander into the fight. Alright, let's bring them out. Let's take out the phalanxes. We've got to take out these rams because they're doing a ton of damage to us. We can use battle cry. Taking them one out at a time. Spartans have, I don't know, like 8 phalanxes out here, and the rams, we are taking them out here. We've got Alexander doing the healing. More are coming. Oh no. Gotta defend. We've got to have our phalanxes back because now the archers are kind of on the backside. Phalanxes are coming. What? That's another dozen or so. We got to bring the others up too. They're coming up. We've got to take out their stone throwers though because they are kind of dangerous. They do a lot of damage quickly. Let's take those out. Okay, took out like what, 4 stone throwers here. A bunch of the ooh, that did a ton of damage to our lineup here. So that's some stone throwers we got to take out. Let's quickly heal our units, and then we will try to take out the rams that are attacking us.
Olympus speaks. Where should I go? Your orders?
Alright, now let's go after the rams that are look like they might be the remaining units here. Doesn't look like their army's gonna get in here, which is good. Alright, we've taken out the rams here. That went after our wall and gate.
Sparta, Athens, and Thebes have all been defeated by Alexander's armies. Greece is now united under strong Macedonian rule, and greater conquests lie ahead. Soon all the world will know the name Alexander the Great.
All right, that is a nice win. We won pretty quickly on the timer, 52 minutes, but in real time, actually less than that. That was probably a little over half an hour. Let's quit out. Let's look at the stats. We ended up with 5,451 food, 2,174 wood, 1,775 stone, 830 gold, 810 iron. So we could have built more units at the end. We fortunately did not need to do that. 37 of 69 on the population. On the map itself, we only had, you know, Sparta was not really on the map. There were some ships that came up, you know, with units. But otherwise, it was just taking out the armies outside of Thebes and Athens and the attack from the Spartans. We did well here. Let's quit out and look at stats. $2,295 military on the numbers there. Economy 12,061, 7,078 society, pretty good. The big numbers here are we killed 110 units and lost 52. Lost 7 buildings. Army size had gotten up to 46. Thebes had killed 11 and lost 25 units. Athens killed 8 and lost 34. Spartans had 28 and lost 55. And even though it had an army size of 58, which is bigger, we knocked that out. We had the 1 hero and 22 citizens, who got up to research 3,379. Population graph was kind of interesting in that Macedon did pretty well despite Theban and Athenian forces. Sparta's forces were enormous and then just fell off after we had Alexander kind of lead the way a little bit. 23% of the map explored, 676 hotkeys pressed, 1,173 mouse clicks, and 1,012 player speed. Next mission is going to be a Conqueror is Born, but at this point we are through 6 of 8 of the Greek campaign missions. We'll go at more of them later. Thanks for watching.